Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode from the medieval realm, kind of. We're in a test world because I am in a snapshot. How do I tell this? Here we go. Snapshot 17W49B vanilla. And working on the 1.13 textures. And let me just tell you guys, if you've done any texture work, this is a complete pain in the ass. So the way that there's been a lot of changes. One of the changes that's been fairly minor, you would think, but has taken a lot of time to change is that all the names have been reversed. Like before, it was kind of like non-English speaking style. So for example, if you were looking for a log, you would look for log underscore oak. Now it's oak underscore log. Not a big deal, except for that you have to go in and change every single name of just about every block. Like wool. Wool underscore black is now black underscore wool. Not only do you have to change it, but on blocks that you want to do texture variation, things like that, you have to change it for each variation on several different files, both the texture and then go into the models file, and then lastly go into the block states file and change all that stuff. So yeah, it has taken some time. I have almost everything worked out. It's taken me about 5 days of my amount of playtime that I get. My baby is, by the way, right here with me, so he's taking a little break from some tummy time action. So if you hear any noises or if there's any odd cuts, it's because he blew up a little bit. Anyway, so here we are. So here's the textures as I have right now. These are not changes, okay? Getting these leaves working was not that easy. And in fact, it's a little screwy. Like, it used to be where this cross was like right on the diagonal, and now if you see it's a little offset. It's okay. It doesn't really bother me. It bothers me a little bit, honestly. But I don't know why that is, so I may need to get some help to figure that out. But yeah, so there's the oak, the spruce, the birch. Birch logs, this is pretty much vanilla with a slight discoloration on one of the alternative blocks. This jungle, I did change jungle wood. I took out the border along the side and made it look like that. I think it looks nice, tileable now. It looks like that, and it's pretty solid. This is the new acacia. I'm not totally sold on it. I like it more. I would like a little bit more gray and a little bit less brown, so that may still change a little bit. And see that? See how they're not? It's not like an exact cross. I just don't know why that is. And this is the dark oak. Another small change. This is now called dark oak. In texture pack, this used to be called big underscore oak. Small deal, big pain in the butt to change. Okay, let's get on to some other stuff. A lot of the stuff you've seen before, but there's some new stuff. Let's start with the brick textures. I now have 9 variations, and some of them are extremely slight. In fact, they're going to be changed. Let me show you one of them. There, see this guy right here? That's one new one. It's really hard to see, but I want to say this one and that one are different, are very slightly altered. I need to increase the light change there a little bit because it's not quite there yet. That's the iron block texture. Now, again, I should say on this texture pack, these are mostly not my textures, or they're, altered versions of someone else's textures. I didn't create anything from scratch. So this pack, that's why I don't put it on Planet Minecraft or anything like that. This is a compilation pack, so there's a lot of stuff. I'll try to give credit where credit's due. A lot of these textures came from BWO100, the greatest Minecraft YouTuber ever. Among a lot of great ones, I like a lot of them, but he's my favorite builder as far as it is. This sparkling ice, if you look at, see it sparkles. So I hope it comes through on YouTube. It's hard to say. That comes from Conquest. A lot of the stuff comes from Conquest. I think that might be vanilla, because I had something else and then I changed it back. That I think is a Conquest Emerald block. This is a BWO brick texture. These are some of, I just did some sand variations. It's very slight, and I want it slight. It might be a little too slight, so I might change that a little bit more. But again, you can see there's slight variations in the sand. These are again quite slight. There's a BWO variation there. These I think came from Wells Night, and I did a couple of them. I think I did this one here. So this is what is this? Andesite. Andesite texture here, and this is polished andesite. Again, that changed now. That used to be called andesite_smooth. Little change, pain in the butt. Delicious morning coffee. It's quite early in the morning here. This is diorite, and I'm not sure if I did this or not, honestly. I want to say maybe this is a B-dubs texture. I'm not sure. This is John Smith granite. I had granite changed to almost black, but now, you know, we have nether brick that's black, and I just felt like that was enough, so let's go with this, and I want to try to figure out how to use it. I'm not sure how yet, but these are the glazed terracottas, right? I think it is. No, these are regular terracottas right here, all the different ones. I'm not going to hover over them. These are all conquest, and I reused them all to 16-bit. Oh, so let's talk about bit. I've been talking on Discord to my friends about whether we should go 16-bit or for 1.13. Since I have to kind of redo the pack anyway, go to 32. I decided to stay 16-bit, but go 32-bit for vegetation. I'm not sure why. I did some trial and I really liked it. So if you look at these leaves, for example, these are 32-bit textures. But I don't think that because it's so different, because it's so organic looking, I don't think it conflicts too much with the tree. Maybe you might disagree. I don't know. This tree is weird, right? Let's just get some like leaves up in here. I don't think it messes with the tree though, honestly. I think that it works. It works to have both a mixture of the 32-bit and then every other block is 8-bit. So speaking of that, before we go to the terracotta is what it is. These are the hay bales. That is from Conquest as well. And these are the, what is this? That's concrete. Okay, these are the this is weird because I didn't think this was concrete. Oh, it is. Okay. All right. So these are the glazed terracottas. It's very odd. I'm having trouble remembering what is what, but yeah. And these are the concrete. Where's the... Having trouble finding... Is the glazed terracotta the one... Oh yeah, glazed terracotta is the one that... Oh, this is weird. Hey, buddy. I wonder if I messed this up. You know, I potentially may have messed this up. Because I kind of thought this was supposed to be the one that like went different directions and stuff. It is. Okay, I may need to go and change this. I think that these are supposed to be the glazed terracottas. I think that these over here are supposed to be the regulars. So, uh-oh. Okay, first mistake of redoing this. That's all right. This is the new very slightly... Uh-oh, my boy's acting up. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I got that worked out. Yeah, I definitely had this messed up because these were not making patterns, and now they are. Like, cause if you do this, see how that's all the same, but then if you do this and that, something like that, then it makes a, you know, makes a pattern. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so a couple things. Yeah, these are all nicer patterns. Cool. So all the glazed terracottas and terracottas are worked out. Hey, buddy. My 2-month-old is telling me that he might want to burp. Yeah. Hashtag dad life, right? Am I right? Yeah. Here's the woods. Take a look at that. Nothing really changed. You can just see the little subtle change to the jungle. Hey, buddy, come here. Let me try and knock this out. The jungle wood texture, it's a little bit different without the lines. It's nice. I will do some variation so it looks a little bit nicer. The oak has a bit of variation. I don't love it. I think I tried to get a little imperfection in the oak, and it's not great. But yeah, I'll work on that. I am going to keep these vertical lines going on the spruce. I think it's nice, and it just is different than any of the other woods. I think that's kind of cool. These are new bookcases for me. I was going to use the chiseled variants, and I looked and thought about it, and decided to use the BWO ones. They're a little darker. I think they're going to fit in houses a little bit better. Slightly altered mossy cobble, just... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to alter it even more and make the green match the green on this. I think the mossy brick is really nice and the mossy cobble is not very good. Okay, crops. BWO's crops, John Smith, other BWO wheat. I mean, John Smith, 8-bit. I mean, John Smith is a 32-bit texture as well, so that's been reduced to 8-bit for the carrots, potatoes, and beets. Beds are from they're from Minecraft Middle Earth Project, which is an 16-bit texture, and so I just kept them exactly as is. They're quite nice. I really like how some of these variants are like tables, especially this one. You could use that one all over the place. Here's the doors. Yeah, you see the trapdoor? I got an issue, and I'm kind of waiting. I'm just going to kind of wait because we're still in snapshots. Once we get to pre-releasing and the trapdoors, since they're new, get really locked in, I think that'll be a little bit better. But I did one big change to the textures where I took the oak door texture, made it into the regular, I took the idea of the spruce door, made it into the oak trapdoor because I have a lot of those all over the world. That's going to stop me from having to go change them all. And then I took the spruce door texture and made it that. So the rest of these I may change. I may change this one. I'm not in love with the birch door, actually. It just looks it's like a little modern or something. I don't know if it fits. The rest of them are probably fine. I'm not sure how I'll use them. I may keep these as potential do other things with them. Like, I don't know what, but as I'm like, hey, I could really use a trapdoor-like texture that looks like, say, grass. Then maybe I'll use like the acacia for that or something like that. Because I can't see using a lot. Buttons are derived from this, so no big deal. Those are done. This is the red sandstone from BWO Texture. I did a couple variants. I'd like to do a couple more. I don't think that they're very obvious. And this is the chiseled sandstone. No, I'm sorry. That's the polished sandstone. And this is the... what's it called? They called it something else now. Chiseled. And this one is cut. Right. It's called cut sandstone now. Okay. Water texture is from Wells Night, I think. Or maybe that was Swan NC. No, you know what? That's Swan's. That's Swan's water texture. So I like it a lot. It just lightens it up and gets away from that amazingly royal blue. Okay, so here's some of the biggest changes. I was using before 16-bit. I keep saying 8-bit. 16-bit variants of the Conquest flowers, and I've elected to go instead with 32-bit John Smith flowers and grass. I love the John Smith grass more than the Conquest grass, and the flowers. Okay, as I was saying before, a little 2-foot-tall visitor came in. So what I decided to go with the John Smith 32-bit textures. I don't feel like that is really out of place. I think it works really well. Like, say, for example, if you grab this guy and put up a wall, you look at that. I think it looks fine. I don't think it's jarring at all because it's so non-block like, so I think it works really well together. So all the vegetation is 32-bit and everything else is 16. I think that's a really nice sort of compromise. I may be repeating myself. I'm not sure if I mentioned the water. The water comes from Swan NC. He did that for me. Lightened up so I could see underwater a little bit better. Okay. And where are we at? Oh, all the glass textures are different. Oh, yeah. I should show that. Darn it. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see. Glass. Oh, yeah. Hey, so, I haven't actually tested this. So this will be fun. Let's test this out here. Can I? No. I left 2 of these guys. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I know why that's wrong. Okay. So there's a mistake here. Okay, that's white, that's brown. This is magenta. I don't know what that is. Light blue. These are from Conquest. These I did, myself. It's just 1 pixel basically. It's for smoke and fog and stuff. If you pile a bunch of these on, like with an air block in between, it can be a super cool look. Like here. See how it just looks smoky? And imagine that everywhere you can see is that. It looks really good. And so it works really well. And this one I messed up. This is vanilla because it used to be, light gray used to be called silver, and now it's actually called light gray. So, yeah, let's take a look at the other glass textures here. And then I want to check something that I have a feeling potentially is messed up, and I'm not sure. What I did, because this is such a pain to redo, is I actually took a vanilla texture pack from I extracted it from a snapshot, and basically like started completely from scratch. That's brown. This is green. This is a conquest texture that I edited to give it borders on all sides because it used to look like this. And I wanted it to be more like a square. This red texture is actually one of my least favorite. I think eventually that's going to change. The black texture works really well. And does this connect? Ah, yeah, we got it. Okay, cool. This model was different, and I had to do a little bit of changes to make that work out. Okay. This one I like a lot. This is green concrete. That could work really well for roads in different areas. Okay, so there we go. And all the glass panes are derived from that. So no big deal. Is that everything? Did I get everything? Oh yeah, so let's talk about this wall. Remember before I changed the mossy cobblestone wall to be an oak texture. That way we have basically like a bigger fence or a smaller block. And it was awesome. I swear that there is no model in vanilla for that. Now, how does it exist? I have no idea. If any genius is watching this and you know how, please tell me. But I swear I cannot find it. So I'm going to keep on searching. I spent a lot of time looking for this. I cannot find it. So I don't know. Look, if it's there, I'll change it. If it, I don't know. I got to figure it out. But I think we're good. This was from when I was sort of working on the alternates for granite. You can see that there are alternates. It kind of moves around a little bit. I like it. It works. So anyway, so that's it for me for today. Kind of a weird episode. Very short. I'm not going to do any building. This took ages to do. So I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.